Lemieux delivers. Outside, ball one. Missing outside with the curveball. 1-0 outside. 2-0 the count.
He is a senior from Linfield, Massachusetts.
The 2-0 from Lemieux. In there on the outside, inside corner of the plate. Called strike. 2-1 the count.
And he's the cousin of Baltimore Orioles outfielder Nick Markakis. Thank you to Corey McCarthy for a very detailed player bio on the St. Joseph's website. So I guess Lou and Janice, Alex's parents, are aunt and uncle for Nick Markakis. Alex majors in finance at St. Joseph's.
2-2 down inside, so full count here for Lemieux. One player already down for the Monks.
There you go, Frank. Come on, Frank. Make him hit. Make him hit. Trust the Frank. Trust it.
Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Lemieux gets Markakis to strike out swinging. 2 down here in the top of the fifth.
Number 12, Tim Bodette.
That's only his second strikeout, but it's a good strikeout.
Bodette up to bat once again. Taking the signal from Desada. He delivers.
Do you think Tim Bodette is related to Tom Bodette of Motel 6 fame? We'll leave the light on for you.
Check the bio, man. 1-0. Dirt for ball 2. That would be too much if that's.
Tim Bodette is a sophomore from Uxbridge, Massachusetts, majoring in sports management with the Monks.
He takes a called strike from him.
His bio says sports management up here, and then majoring in criminal justice down here.
2-1. Right over the outstretched glove of Lemieux. Bodette makes his way down to first.
Infield single for the speedy left fielder.
Lemieux almost, at least able to slow that down.
If he had left it untouched, Sleeper might have had an easier play on it.
Player reflexes, instinctively trying to reach for it. 2 down here in the top of the fifth. Bodette bats first. Graham up to bat for the Monks, batting 156 in the season.
Graham had the first hit of the game back in the top of the third inning, a single off Lemieux.
Lemieux delivers. High for ball 1.
There you go, Frank.
Head coach Eric Sverla came out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. I don't know what it was about. Something with the previous batter.
Right.
It's in there. 2-0 the count.
Here we go, Frank.
2-0 the count. Graham the batter. Lemieux delivers. Inside. First call strike. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, they went.
Lemieux delivers on the 2-1. Runner will go. first will not be in time.
Frank, get your hand. Come on. See all you want.
Baudette able to get back.
Need him now. Take him in. Take him in. Stand in there.
To the set. He delivers high, ball 4. So Baudette advances
There's
and
a
down
black
the
board
first.
parked behind home plate that needs to be moved. Thank you. Now batting, number 11, Max McComb.
Max McComb. That now. Players gathering near the mound. See if this may be the day for Lemieux.
Seahawks have a pitcher warming up. Looks like Corey Poplowski, our freshman, number 33. Serler and gang getting plenty of time before they make a decision, if they make a decision. Home plate umpire now walking out, and Serler's going to leave Lemieux in.
All right, here we go, Frank.
And with 2 outs, you figure Lemieux maybe put up the argument he wants to get out of this inning. 2 down, minutes, first and second. McComb, the batter.
If he can get through this inning, he'll be the pitcher of record for a victory, that is, with a 3-1 Seahawk lead. We're playing a single 9-inning game here, Salve, Regina University and St. Joseph's College.
Lemieux to the set, checking up on that second. He delivers, and there for a called strike. Lemieux trying to get out of this 5th inning. Minute second, 2 down. Lemieux checking up Baudette. He delivers, lifted high towards center field. Kelly retreating back, and he makes the play to end the inning. So 2 players reach, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 stranded batters. Still us. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Score Salve, Regina 3, St. Joseph's 1.
Rolling on.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field for the bottom of the 5th action. Salve, Regina leads St. Joseph's 3-1.
Ball 1 there from Valenti. Valenti's still in, delivers on the 1-0. And called strike, 1-1 the count. That's what we talked about. You see how long we see Valenti here. That's this afternoon. Another ball in the dirt, 2-1 the count.
Outside of the 4th inning, he was perfect. But in that 4th inning, he issued 4 walks, hit a batter.
Here's Ryan Kelly taken at third base. That was scorched.
Now batting
Down the
number
third
2,
baseline,
Dan
Alex
Donahue.
Markakis makes the play. First out of the inning.
Ryan Kelly led off the previous inning, got hit by a Valenti pitch, came around and scored a game-tying run. Seahawks tacked on 2 more runs, but the Seahawks still only have 1 hit in the game.
Yet they lead 3-1. First pitch, ball 1.
And here's the player that has the only hit for the Seahawks, Dan Donahue. That was a single through the right side. Donahue later scored the go-ahead run on a wild pitch.
Stretch delivers on the 1-0. Swung on by Donahue and foul.
I think Tim Harris would have had a hit too if he had left the batter's box early on that slow roller on the third base line. Because St. Joseph's, St. Joseph's wasn't going to do anything about it. But Ryan Kelly charged in from third base to score a run, and he was encouraging Tim, run that out, man.
He delivers on the 1-1, gets a called strike. Count now 1-2.
I think Ryan Kelly may have sold that as a fair ball with his charge from third base.
Pitch gets to the backstop. Count 2-2.
Good hitter up there. Good hitter.
Already here in this inning, outside, full count. Full count for Dan Donahue. Bottom of the 5th, Valenti delivers on the full count. Ball 4. Now Donahue
Now
will go
batting
right down
number
to first
21,
base.
Dominic Pisano.
Lace up, Kel.
I believe that's 5 walks.
5 in the last 2 innings, or inning and a third.
Tom Pisano will step into the batter's box.
Pisano was one of those walks in the previous inning.
Pisano will go down to first base.
He did twist out of the way of that one.
Donahue over to second, so
Now
one
batting
down,
number
but 2
30,
men
Tim
on. A
Harris.
walk and a hit batsman.
Hey, hit records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo? I do not stay at the Intercontinental. And anything I got is not a rental. I own them all. Figure it out. Simple. I'm stopping going up like a crescendo.
And
A bunch of handshakes.
Will Sanborn removes Alex Valenti out of the game. He gets greeted by his teammates at the dugout. New pitcher coming on for the Monks, and we'll actually show you some footage from the Seahawks prior to the game, and it involves our pitchers.
Don't put that drop in. Grab people around. Volleyball player. Ah! Well done. Let's go! Cha-cha! Shot! Cha-cha, real smooth. Reverse! Reverse! Take it back, reverse! Little hop, little hop. One hop this time. Ooh! Lost my glove. Ever stepped my glove, it's dead meat. Reverse! Oh! Swing him. Gotta keep it going.
Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island, where we have a pitching change for the Monks of St. Joseph's.
Now hitting for Salve.
Riley Cox. And the first batter he'll face is a pinch hitter or a new designated hitter for the Seahawks.
Sit here and drink Main Street in the high school. Get up on Friday night. Down there it's another touchdown. Man, this year's team is stout. I can hear him going crazy.
Alec Cusick from Old Brookville, New York.
Riley Cox, 2.84 ERA on the season, just 6.1 innings pitched. He's got a man at first, Desano Donahue at second, one down. Cusick batting 300 on the season. Cox.
And that might have been a check to see what Alec Cusick might be doing with the bat. Infielders were charging at the corners, but Cusick didn't show any signs. Cox is a submarining thrower.
I was just about to say that, submarine throw.
Hey, 1, 2, and 6. You. Oh, shoot that, baby. Oh, shoot that. Hey, Alex.
Cusick handles that in his first at bat of this game. Second pitch to him.
Judgment call. No, in addition to the silly pregame music that the freshmen have to endure, Coach Sorella just said, he's only 160 pounds, he's not leaning in.
As we talked about players play, coaches coach restaurants, fans ref as well.
Yeah, oh, all the time.
Crowd not agreeing with that call.
Well, there's two sides to the crowd.
It's that one ground ball, throw to first.
Alex Markakis makes the throw over to
18, Joe Haley.
Taylor Black for the putout on Cusick. And Desano gets the second. Donahue gets the third for Joe Haley. Second left-handed batter that new pitcher Riley Cox has to face.
Two outs here. Bottom of the fifth, Salve Regina leading 3-1. Cox delivers the first pitch. One.
I was saying we have a mix of Monks and Seahawk fans in the crowd, so half of them agreed, half of them disagreed.
Swung on. To a foul. Count 1-1. And I'm sure some of these Monk fans might be either from kids who are around here locally. This is a long way to travel. But as you said, Monks may be playing larger games on Friday, so I'm
Yeah, made a trip out of it.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
That ball is rising from the submarine style throw. And in on the hands of Joe Haley.
One of the harder pitches to judge if you're a batter, especially facing a righty. Called strike. Struck him out, and that ends the bottom of the fifth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Two stranded basemen for the Seahawks. We head to the top of the sixth.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Number 2, Bradley Vigor.
Salve, Regina baseball hosting St. Joseph's College. Seahawks have a 3-1 lead as we start the top of the 6th inning.
And Ed Lemieux's back out there. We thought maybe he'd get through that 5th, which was a difficult inning for him. Had to fight through some adversity, but he's still out there.
He's the pitcher of record and a 3-1 lead for the Seahawks. Coach Thriller may like what he's seeing. He had initially intended, yeah, we're going to see a lot of pitchers here today.
Here we go, top of the 6th.
Yeah, same pitcher.
Working on an 0-1 count. Down the dirt. Count 1-1.
Only 5 Seahawk pitches went in yesterday's doubleheader. Starters Vincent Roth and Kyle Phelan both went some good distance in game 1. Garrett Francois
1-1. Popped up in the infield. 2 players can't decide. The catch was finally made by Nicholas Delano for the first out of the inning.
Garrett Francois from Dallas, Texas, and Gabe Cretella had the 6th and 7th innings for the Seahawks behind Vin Roth start, and then in game 2, Phelan went 6, and Kevin Lambert came in to shut the Colonels down in the top of the 7th after the Seahawks scored the go-ahead runs in the bottom of the 6th. So far here today, just 1 pitcher for the Seahawks.
Top of the 6th, Seahawks leading 3-1. 1 out already on the Bucks. 1-0. Score. Diving catch made by Sleeper.
Alex Lawrence, the right fielder for the Monks, had one of their 4 hits, and he was robbed of a hit right there by Hunter Sleeper at second base.
Great diving play in the second out of this inning. I'm sure that's the kind of defensive work Lemieux likes to see out of his outfielders and infielders. Pitchers love that.
Yeah, I mean, they turned a double play behind him earlier in the game, and he himself prevented a play by Sleeper off that tapper by Bodette.
1-0. Same outside corner, now 2-0.
Stay on it. All right, go. Come on, Frank. Come on, bud.
2-0. 2-1 the count.
Come on now.
Fourth pitch coming from Lemieux. The 2-1. Swing and struck out, and this time Sleeper can't get to it. It trickles out into the outfield to Delano. The coin reaches first
Now
base.
batting number 17, Taylor Roulard.
Come on, Frank. It's okay.
Coins now 1 for 3. He's gone to the right side his last 2 at-bats. Flew out to Colby in the 2nd inning, and then grounded out to Sleeper in the 4th inning.
Back out to talk to Lemieux. Looks like Lemieux's day may be over. Head to the dugout with a round of applause from this crowd. Finishes the day only giving up 1 run.
Down here, let's go.
5 2/3 innings of action.
I'll be Franco.
We'll see who the Seahawks call on here.
Once he shows us his back, we can see his number. No uniform numbers on the front of the Seahawks, as the Seahawk infield poses for a nice picture. To Mike Sherman's left. Mike Sherman is a lefty specialist. He was called on in Florida to get a key out against Swarthmore College. A game that Salve, Regina ended up winning in extra innings. Mike is a sophomore education major from Rockville Center, New York. And he's the second pitcher of the game for the Seahawks here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Salve, Regina leads 3-1. So both relief pitchers are submarining pitchers from different sides. And the first batter he'll face is the left-handed batting Taylor Roulard, the designated hitter for the Monks.
Sherman is in here just to get this out.
He is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Facing the lefty.
He's got a lefty, I think, right-hander on deck for the Monks. And Taylor Black. So get this out and get out of the inning.
Delivers. Outside, ball 1.
Let's go, man.
I've only seen Mike in game action once. That was down in Florida. I don't know what kind of pickoff move he has, but we'll get to see it right there as he checks on Coyne. Coyne's back standing.
Sherman delivers on the 1-0. Outside again, 2-0 count.
Roulard had one of 2 hits in the 4th inning, and he had the RBI for the only Monks run.
Come on, 2-7, let's go, kid.
2-1 the count. Sherman delivers, swung on, foul back again. 2-2.
One more.
Sherman trying to finish this 6th inning for the Seahawks, who have a 3-1 lead. Coyne at first. 2 outs. Sherman with the 2-2. He delivers, swung on, hit towards second, taken there by Sleeper. He'll throw the first for the out for the Seahawks and the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no error, 1 stranded bases for the Monks. We head to the top of the 7th. Seahawks leading 3-1.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island, home of Salve, Regina University baseball Seahawks. Seahawks have a 3-1 lead as we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Seahawks is their left fielder, Tyler Colby.
Colby facing Cox. She starts the bottom of the 6th. First pitch outside for ball 1.
Colby drew a walk in the wild 4th inning for Monk starter Alex Valenti.
Another submarine pitch down low, hitting the backstop. 2-0 the count. So I'll talk about the patience of Salve Regina hitters, and Kobe will swing at this. 2-0, and they're called strike. 2-1.
Come on, Tyler!
2-1 from Cox. Down, swing and a miss. 2-2.
Sounded like he got a piece of that and fouled it off. Catcher picked it up cleanly.
Comes the 2-2. It's Colby. Colby will draw it down first.
An official hit by pitch. You have to wait for the umpire to say, go ahead, go ahead.
It's like the old block charge call in basketball. Hey,
Yeah.
let's not say anything. Let's see what happens.
I think you got out of the way of that one. I'll let you go down to first base. And Ryan Sweener answers to no one. He's 0 for 2 in this game.
And no one down here for the Seahawks. Cox delivers. Bunt attempt. It's on the ground right in front of home plate. Throw to first will be in time, but Kobe will advance to second base. So sacrifice bunt for Sweener.
Now batting number 3, Nicholas Delano.
One out on the board, but Kobe advances to second.
Coyne made a nice play coming out from his crouch, getting on that short bunt.
Delano, swing and a miss. Strike one.
Delano had an RBI walk in the 4th inning.
Pitch foul. 0-2 the count now. Seahawks leading 3-1, doing most of their damage in that 4th inning.
Still just a 1 hit for Salve Regina.
The 0-2, swung on, down the first baseline, taken there. Call foul.
Taylor Black is playing very close to that line. He got in position, shoulder squared off to the ground ball, and he was ready to make a play on the bag if it was called fair.
The 0-2 from Cox, delivers, swing, foul back. Still 0-2. The bottom of the 6th.
Joe Coyne's getting abused back there with these foul balls by the Seahawk batters.
He had one go right off the front of his face and knocked the face mask off his helmet.
Home plate umpire gives him some time to recover. And a new ball for the pitcher Cox.
Come on, go, kid.
At second. One man down for the Seahawks. The 0-2 from Cox. Swung on, fair. Taken there, trying to reach for first. Delano dives, but Delano is down on the ground. Called out. Delano on the ground in some pain.
He's trying to get out of the way of the
Delano trying to avoid Taylor Black.
Black makes the play unassisted after picking up the slow roller.
Gotta hustle, kid.
First base umpire was asking for help from the home plate umpire on the call. Not sure if Black applied the tag, but he did.
Hunter Sleeper.
Delano felt awkwardly kind of tripped it. You can see all the dirt on that right knee. Tripped squarely on that leg. Looks to be okay.
Alex Lipschitz out there to attend to him. Lipschitz, one of the 4 Seahawk full-time trainers, athletic trainers.
Salve, Regina with 2 men down. Colby at third.
Will Sanborn steps out of the dugout, asks for time, and talks with Riley Cox and Joe Coyne, and takes the ball from Riley Cox for a new Monks pitcher. Looks like somebody in their 40s. Not age-wise, but number 45. McNamara.
Right-hander from West Newbury, Mass.
Now pitching for St. Joe's, number 45, Corey back.
West Newbury, Mass.
6 foot, 155 pounds off. Steps on the mound here with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Seahawks leading the Monks 3-1. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Seahawks still just only have 1 hit.
1 hit. 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors.
Hits, batsmen, and walks.
The Monks have 1 run on 5 hits. No errors. So other than the hit batsman, it's been a clean game fielding-wise. Nice play on that last at-bat by Nicholas Delano with the first baseman Taylor Black charging on the slow roller and then able to catch up to Delano running down the first base line. Delano was going to beat him to the bag. It was just a matter of Black intercepting him before he got to the bag. There's no way Black was going to get to the bag before Delano, but he was able to tag him before he reached the bag.
That produced the 2nd out of this inning.
It moved Tyler Colby over to third base. Colby reached on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning, sacrificed by Sweener, and now reaches third base.
So Sleeper up to bat, facing McNamara.
Corey McNamara is a sophomore finance major.
First pitch in there for a called strike. Yo, 1 delivered, lifted up over second base. It'll fall fair. Diving catch made instead.
Louis Vigar.
I did not think he was going to get to that. I can't tell what the crowd split here, so you hear the crowd cheer. So a diving catch made by Vigors, and that ends the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 stranded baseman for the Seahawks, and we head to the top of the 7th. The score. over something like this.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Several defensive changes for the Seahawks due to the injury to Nicholas Delano in the previous inning.
Salve, number 33, Corey Poplowski.
Jillian Woodward announces the new pitcher for the Seahawks.
Batting for St.
He is Corey Poplowski.
Taylor Black.
And in for Nicholas Delano is Anthony Conti. He's playing first base. First baseman Ryan Sweener moves to left field, and left fielder Tyler Colby moves to right field.
Hey, batsman right off the bat here for Poplowski. Sends Taylor Black down to first base.
Now batting number 14, Alex Markakis.
Picking up a little bit here.
Corey Poplowski is a freshman marketing major from Syracuse, New York. His Orangemen bowed out of the NCAA men's basketball championships yesterday.
To the red hot Dayton Flyers.
A school that I applied to and was accepted way back in 1981. Michael Jack Schmidt went to Dayton, Ohio. Grew up there anyway, and he was one of my favorite baseball players when he played for the Phillies.
Man at first, no one out here. It's Taylor Black over at first. Poplowski delivers. Oh, one count. Looking for the signals. He delivered it. Down and away.
No outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Black's on first, Markakis at bat.
Poplowski checks on Black. Black able to retreat.
Controversy on that Black being hit by a pitch. So, a couple of the Seahawk batters have been told to stay back in the batter's box when they've been hit by a monk pitch.
Popped up near center field. Over there making the catch is Ryan Kelly. And the first out of this inning.
Now batting number 12, Tim Bodette.
Black stays at first, one down. Tim Bodette back up the bat. Bodette to bat.
Bodette to bat, and he had a single in the 5th inning. Flew out to Delano in right field in the 3rd inning.
Poplowski's first pitch to the righty, off the face mask. Desana able to recover. Black at first.
Short backstop here at the Reynolds Field, so if the ball gets away from the catcher, it doesn't go too far, but sometimes it's still unable to find it. So you rely on your teammates to tell you where the ball is while you're taking the mask off as the catcher.
Inside called strike. Now an argument coming.
Yeah, he's leaning on the plate there.
1-1 the count. Black may try and steal here. 1 here for called strike. 1-2 from Poplowski. Swing and miss. He got him looking.
Now batting number 3, Zach Graham.
2 outs. Zach Graham up to bat for the Monks. still at first base.
Zach Graham went 1 for 1 against starter Lemieux. He had a third inning single and then a walk in the fifth inning. So he's yet to be retired by the Seahawk pitchers, facing Corey Poplowski for the first time.
Poplowski pitching there for a called strike. 3-1 the score. Salve, Regina leading. Top of the seventh. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Eric Sorella giving his signals to catcher Dom DeSano. Some may be decoy, some may be real.
0-2 outside.
I don't know and I don't care.
Black taking his lead first. Corey Poplowski checking on Black. Black safe. That's back towards the bag. Zach Graham, the batter, facing a 1-2 count. The 1-2. And there, called strike. Got him looking. And that ends the top of the seventh. We head to the bottom of the seventh. Salve, Regina up to bat. No runs, no hits, no errors. One stranded baseman for the Monks.
Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island, Reynolds Field. Salve, Regina has a 3-1 lead as we begin the bottom of this seventh inning. Ryan Kelly is the leadoff batter for the Seahawks, top of the order.
Swing and a miss, strike one, and if you're Will Sanborn for the Monks, your pitchers have only given up one hit this game, and you really can look and say we did it to ourselves. Hits batsmen and wild pitches. Second pitch in there for ball one. You've given up only one hit, you trail 3-1.
Salve's made the most of their one hit, and they were able to work 4 walks against starter Alex Valenti in the fourth inning. That's when Salve scored all 3 of its runs.
Miss there from Kelly. 1-2 the count. Start the bottom of the seventh. 1-2, swung on, hit towards the shortstop. Taken there, throw to first will be in time for the out.
Now batting number 2, Dan Donahue.
And here's the guy that has our only hit of the game. Dan Donahue, a single through the right side in the fourth inning. You know what we forgot to do?
What?
Stretch.
Stretch. Oh, that's
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. And sing, take me out to the ball game.
Stretch. Okay, we're good.
Nice and loose.
You know, we're also missing a hot dog vendor.
Oh, just the smell of it too, you know. Oh, that's all I need. Peanuts and hot dogs.
Now I'm hungry. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Just past my lunchtime. 3:01 here at Ellis Field. Seahawks leading 3-1. Swung on and followed back by Donnie.
Corey McNamara is on for his first full inning of work. He came on in relief in the bottom of the 6th inning when the Seahawks threatened but did not score.
Outside. Full count here for Donahue. The 3-2 swung on and fouled back on the play. Donahue up on the Seahawks lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Full count for Dan Donahue. 3-2 pitch. Popped up down the third baseline. Going for it and making the catch is Joe Haley. Alex Markakis, rather. Look down at the
Now batting number 2.
Because when I leave, the whole world drop. Lace up, kill.
That was in foul territory.
Alex Markakis making that catch in foul territory. Gives us 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Seahawks with a 3-1 lead. Back up to bat for the Seahawks.
Well, since Donahue has the only hit, nobody else can say, oh, they got 1 for something, but Desano is only 0 for 1. He's got a walk and a hit by pitch after a first inning strikeout looking.
And he takes a called strike there, the count. Takes a second pitch, 0-2.
That's his
Strikes on Desano.
It's his first time looking at McNamara. But not his first time hearing Sal Camella shouting encouragement from the dugout.
That pitch outside, ball 1. Coin back to retrieve it. 1-2 the count. 2 down. The 1-2 delivered. Hits off of Desano.
And
Not this time.
it's the second time that Desano has batted and has been denied an HP. He did get hit by a pitch in the 5th inning after drawing a walk in the 4th inning after getting hit by a pitch but denied first base.
So maybe not a 7 RBI type game for Desano, but he's going to leave this game with some bruises.
Yeah. He's gonna
It's the heat he played.
He's gonna leave this game with his mark on it, and this game has left a mark on him.
Yeah.
At least that pitch was called a ball, so it's a 2-2 count to Desano with 2 outs.
Takes the second point. McNamara to the stretch. He delivers on the 2-2. In there for a ball. Full count. Two down, no one on for the Seahawks. Dom Desano at bat. Full count for McNamara. McNamara delivers on the 3-2. Swung on by Desano and that'll be foul.
Oh, that might hit my Jeep. Parked over at Conlow Cottage, the graduate studies housing.
You'll have to show me where to park. I had to walk across the whole field to get here.
Hey, you get to see a little bit of tennis and baseball. At least where you're parked, you're only in danger of some long home runs.
Dom Desano strikes out looking. All 3 strikes coming on pitches he watched in. And we come to the top of the 8th.
At the end of the 7th inning, score is Salve 3, St. Joe's 1.
3-1 the score.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. Seahawks have a 3-1 lead over the Monks of St. Joseph's College of Standish, Maine. Corey Poplowski on to face McComb, the leadoff hitter for the Monks. McComb has gone 0 for 3 on the day thus far. St. Joseph scored its run in the 4th inning, and Salve, Regina followed with 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's all the scoring we have thus far. We're in the top of the 8th inning.
Bosky trying to make quick work here. McComb 0-2 the count.
And McComb gets his first hit, and the 6th hit of the game for St. Joseph's. That's a single through the right side. Center fielder Louis Vigars coming to bat.
Here we go, kid.
He's 0 for 2 with a walk. His 2 outs were flyouts to right field. He bats with no outs in the 8th, and McComb on at first base. That's the first hit allowed by Corey Poplowski. He hit a batter in the 7th inning. He also struck out 2.
Checks there on the ball at first. Taking a little bit of a lead.
Ball high. Vigor now has a 1-1 count. Louis Vigors is a senior from Stratham, New Hampshire. English major. Swings at the Poplowski pitch and misses. Poplowski now has the advantage. 1-2 count. He looks into Desano for the sign, who's looking over to Eric Sorella.
Poplowski's gotten up early on both of these hitters.
In the dirt. Wild pitch allows McComb to get to second base. Pitch was
Bad bounce there. That one, like you said, the short backstop. Maybe you can find it. The ball scooted off to the left. For Desano to get and have any chance at a play at second base.
2-2 count to Louis Vigors. He gets a full count now on that high pitch from Poplowski.
That ball had some heat on it too.
Seahawk bullpen crew is off to our right in the bleacher section. They've got a radar gun on their pitchers. They want to know what they're throwing here in the 8th inning. Desano keeps that ball 4 in front of him. Vigors gets to first base.
Now batting number 30.
First 2 batters reach for the Monks. Vigors on first, McComb on second. Nobody out as Alex Lawrence, the right fielder for St. Joseph's bats.
And good patience there by Vigors. I mean, he was down 1-2 in that count, able to fight back and draw the walk.
Lawrence had a 4th inning single. His other at-bats, he grounded out to Haley at third and lined out to short second baseman Hunter Sleeper. Fine play by the Salve second baseman. He's squaring the bunt and offers for a strike.
Right there, right there. All right, out.
Seahawks have their 3-color caps on, blue, white, and green. The green is in the visor. Bunt is in the air. Poplawski catches it in the air. And McComb dives back into second base.
Great play by Poplawski there.
He was quick off the bat.
Batting number 7, Joe Coyne.
Let's go.
Delivers the pitch, able to scoot up, charging off the mound. And it popped right in his glove.
He becomes a fielder immediately as that pitch leaves his hand. Brings up the catcher, Coyne, with 1 out, 2 on. Coyne is 1 for 3. He singled in his last at bat.
First out of this inning.
Coyne swings at the high pitch from Poplawski, fouls it off to the right side. It lands on Shepherd Avenue with a nice high bounce into the residences nearby.
I wonder what kind of homeowners insurance those people have. A lot of broken windows. I'd be buying a house right next to a baseball field.
In 20 plus years, I haven't heard a broken window, and I certainly haven't gotten Giant Glass to sponsor us. Up the middle, Dan Donahue stops it, keeps it in the infield, but unable to make a play on any of the base runners. So we now have the bases loaded with the infield hit from Coyne.
Difficult play there for Donahue, sliding, trying to make that catch on the ground and pop right up and get the tag. Just couldn't control it out of his glove.
He had Hunter Sleeper there covering second base, looking for the flip, but the ball escaped Donahue after he stopped it. He did prevent a run there by keeping it in the infield.
Now the base is loaded here. Although Monks were threatening, they trail 3-1 here in the top of the 8th.
Eric Sorella out to the mound to talk with Poplawski and his catcher Desano. Haley and Conti, the corner infielders, meet with Coach Haddad. And it's going to be Kevin Lambert, senior from Fairfield, Connecticut. Lambert came in to save the game in the 7th inning of Game 2. And before tonight's game, before this afternoon's game, he asked one of his teammates, "What kind of day is it?" It's a 1-9, a 1-9. Kevin's uniform number, but also what we're playing. A single game, 9 innings, 1-9. So it's a Kevin Lambert day, and he's on to pitch for the Seahawks here in the top of the 8th inning. Salve, Regina leading 3-1. And the music for Lambert plays as he warms up, a senior marketing major from Fairfield, Connecticut. And I'd like to ask our listeners to tweet, visit Kevin Lambert's bio page on our website, and then to send us a tweet at SRU Sports Info and just list one of his favorite things. He's quite the character on the Seahawk team. Had a chance to interview him down in Florida before the game and discuss some of his favorite things, his favorite sports hero, his father's trip from home, his favorite non-sports person, his favorite toy as a child.
I like his favorite song.
I do too. Whenever I hear that song, I'm ready to play ball. His favorite food was an interesting one. He showed me a sample of that yesterday prior to the doubleheader with Curry. And now he's on to pitch here
Salve, number 19, Kevin Lambert.
in the top of the 8th inning. He inherits a bases-loaded situation with the designated hitter Taylor Roulard at the plate for the Monks. Roulard has one hit as well in the game. He is 1 for 3. And Lambert would love a double play grounder right here.
Probably not the situation pitchers would love to enter a game on, but players revel in these moments when they can step up and make a big play. Bases loaded here for the Monks.
1 out, top of the 8th. Salve, Regina leads 3-1.
2-run game, 2 players to score.
First pitch in for a strike on the outside corner. Pitching has been the story for Salve in this game. They only have the 1 hit offensively, and they've been able to scatter 7 hits from the Monks. Lambert quickly gets an 0-2 count on Roulard. After that pitch was fouled off to the left side. Assistant coach Chris Haddad tosses it back to home plate umpire.
Gets about 30 seconds worth of signals from the dugout. Let's see what pitch we get here.
First baseman Anthony Conti is playing deep behind the bag with the left-handed batting Roulard. McComb is on third, Vigors is on second, Coyne on first, as Lambert delivers to Roulard. And Lambert makes the play, false out at home. He gets Roulard on the fielder's choice grounder. Had to go to his left and then flip back to his right.
Now batting number 29, Taylor Black.
Bases are still loaded with 2 outs now.
Play by Lambert. He got control of that ball. Didn't rush, didn't panic. Realized he had plenty of time. Get control, get the ball, flip it to home to DeSano, get the out.
We have a pinch runner in the game. Could be related to Daniel Navas because it's so. Pinch running for the catcher Coyne will be Nava, number 34. Alt.
We'll have to check the bio check.
So we shall see a new catcher in the Seahawk when the Seahawks come to bat. So we have the bases loaded against Kevin Lambert. Taylor Black, the first baseman, is batting. He's got Roulard on first, Nava on second, Vigors on third. First pitch is low for a ball. Outside for a ball, 2-0 count on Black.
Interesting delivery there from Lambert. Able to shield his release point, holding the ball behind his head. Slight advantage for the pitcher and catcher. They know which pitch is coming. Obviously, the hitter does not.
Black is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch his last at bat. He swings through Lambert's third pitch for strike 1, 2-1 count. 2 outs on the top of the 8th inning. Bases are loaded for the Monks, who trail 3-1. Kevin Lambert pitching to Taylor Black. And he paints the black on the plate for a 2-2 count.
Should be a monumental strikeout here for Lambert.
Left center field. And Ryan Sweeter is under it for the final out of the top of the 8th inning. No damage done. The Monks have no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. 3 left in the top of the 8th. Seahawks still take that 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th. Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kevin Lambert came in and saved the top of the 8th inning for the Seahawks, who bring a 3-1 lead into their 8th at-bat. New catcher on for the Monks is Jack Riley from Worcester, Massachusetts. Starting catcher Joe Coyne was pinch ran for when he was sitting at second base. Lambert made a fantastic play on a slow grounder by Roulard. Got the force out at home and got the final out on a fly out to Sweener in left field. Alec Cusick batting for the second time. He grounded out in his pinch hitting appearance for Tim Harris. Grounded out to third base.
All these pitches from McNamara to the outside part of the plate. Pitch outside.
Full count to Cusick. He bats from the left side. In play to the left side. Third baseman Markakis over to Black. One out in the inning.
Now batting number 18, Joe Haley.
McNamara will face another left-hander in the Seahawk lineup. Third baseman Joe Haley.
Get up! Simon said he get the get out. Throw your hands in the sky.
Haley's average has dipped below 300. It's 297. In this game, he is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout.
Everyone's average has dipped.
Yeah.
A lot of hitting. Come on, Joey! The Monks have gotten their hits sporadically. Only one run on the board. Salve, as we said, only I think still the one hit. Just a single hit.
Tyler Colby, who's moved from left field to right field, is the on-deck batter. As Haley awaits McNamara's pitch.
Giving up those 7 hits, but much more controlled in their pitching today. Monks, maybe a little rusty. We've talked about the traveling they've had to do and the time off and the distances. Only one hit given up, but not a lot of control. And I'm sure, I mean, you look 3 runs, 1 hit, not a lot of control in the pitching. Maybe you have more control. Maybe there's more balls that are in play the Seahawks try and hit. So all things usually even out in the end.
Joe Haley draws a walk with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
You guys have an extra program, yeah?
Maybe I can squeeze a little more out of this one. There isn't any more.
So Tyler Colby is batting with Haley at first, aboard via a walk, and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Haley dives back into first as McNamara throws over to Black. McNamara checks again. First pitch to Colby is on the outside corner for a strike. Breaking ball inside, ball. 1-1 count to Colby, who's batting .357. Haley off at the pitch. It's a swinging strike on Colby. And Haley is in safe at second with a stolen base. So Haley's in scoring position for Tyler Colby with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Salve, Regina leads 3-1.
That was a great play coming from the catcher. Pretty good, decent throw. Just not in time.
To the left side by Colby. Haley retreats to second base. And Colby is out at first with Max McCombs throwing over to Taylor Black.
Now batting number 4, Ryan
He now
Sweeney.
wipes the dirt off his jersey. Couldn't even see much of the green. He slid in there to second trying to stay safe.
Ryan Sweeney, who's moved from first base to left field, bats with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Joe Haley on second base.
Hey, Ryan! Come on, boy, let's go, Sweeney! Hey, Sweeney! Here we go now!
Sweeney has struck out and kept the ball in the infield. An infield pop-up and a sacrifice bunt. He is 0 for 2.
Pitch fouled off the knees.
Yeah, the Monks catchers have
Taking some abuse today.
Sweeney lays off that pitch. He gets a 2-1 count, facing McNamara for the first time. Swings through that outside pitch from McNamara.
Nice off-speed pitch there from McNamara.
Sit him down.
2 outs, 2-2 count to Ryan Sweeney. He has Joe Haley on second base. 3-1 game for the Seahawks in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Come on, 4 locking, baby, come on. Sweeney! Come on, boys. Somehow now.
McNamara's pitch is outside and low. Count goes full on Ryan Sweeney. He's batting .389 on the season.
2 outs. You see Haley taking a big lead now. He'll be running.
Ball 4. Puts 2 runners on base for the Seahawks.
You'd be running with a full count and 2 outs.
Only when there's a force out. Because if he walks on that full count, Haley's at second. There's a shot by Anthony Conti to left field. Bodette under it. for the final out of the 8th inning.
At the end of the 8th,
For the Seahawks in the 8th inning,
St. Joe.
no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 are left. Salve Regina comes out for the top of the 9th. Kevin Lambert to close it for the Seahawks. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island for the top of the 9th inning. St. Joseph's batting, trailing 3-1. Kevin Lambert pitching. First batter he'll face for the Monks is their third baseman, Alex Markakis.
This game is related to Nick Markakis.
Yes, cousin of Nick Markakis, who plays for the Baltimore Orioles, Major League Baseball.
Spring training wrapping up for most Major League squads. Can't believe that. It felt like baseball, I mean, especially I guess if you're a Red Sox fan, you pay attention to the World Series. Baseball season, I feel like it just ended. There's really no off season for baseball. There's like a month.
I see the bus in the distance carrying the Johnson & Wales men's tennis team. They must have just completed their match with the Seahawk men's tennis team over on the courts just beyond Antone Academic Center, which is in left field at Reynolds Field. Markakis has a 2-1 count against Kevin Lambert. 2-2 after the foul tip into Desano's glove. He asked home plate umpire, was that going to be over the plate? Was that going to be a strike? Should I have swung at that? And the umpire just shook his head. Whatever.
Play ball.
So Lambert has a 2-2 count on Alex Markakis, who's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. And Markakis gets the full count. Markakis grounded to third baseman Joe Haley, struck out swinging, and then flew out to center fielder Ryan Kelly in his previous 3 trips to the plate. Full count pitch. Hit to left field. Ryan Sweener, a few steps to his left and back. Puts it away for out number 1 in the top of the 9th inning.
Batting number 12, Tim Bodette.
Come on, Tim, why not you?
Lambert's been in complete control. I mean, the pitch before that flyout was really the first pitch I saw that looked like maybe he lost a little bit of control of went high and out of the strike zone. But Lambert's been in complete control since entering this game.
Left fielder Tim Bodette comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. His 1 hit came in the 5th inning, and he was stranded at first base. Struck out swinging in the 7th inning. Lambert quickly gets 2 strikes in on Bodette.
He doesn't waste any time. He gets that ball back, he's ready to go.
He's not going to leave the light on for Tim Bodette. He wastes a high pitch to Bodette for a 1-2 count.
And that throws off hitters when you get a pitcher that's ready. She's like, nope, give me the ball right back. Let's go.
Yeah, both
He's got used to their rhythm.
both sides want their rhythm. And Bodette's going to reach first base on a strikeout wild pitch.
Zach Gray.
Go, Zach!
I swear I'm hearing foul tips, but that must have been the ball hitting the dirt that made that sound.
Or the pads of the sauna.
That's Lambert's first strikeout, but Bodette reaches first base. One out as Zach Graham, the Monk second baseman, steps to the plate. Graham bats in the 9th spot in the order. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A 3rd inning single, a walk, and then a strikeout looking in the 7th inning. Bunted up in the air, foul behind us, out of play.
Into the trees.
On the property of Chateau-sur-Mur.
Hey, let's go, Pop!
They will retrieve it. They won't keep it as a souvenir, I believe. So Anthony Conti holds on Tim Bodette at first base. Kevin Lambert gets set to deal to Zach Graham. 1-1 count. In the dirt. Ball 2.
Do you think they played baseball here in the Gilded Age?
Perhaps cricket.
Cricket.
Yes. I can see cricket being played on the lawn over there. Actually, I have seen cricket played on the lawn over there as a way to pass time. Not the national pastime, though. 1 out. Top of the 9th. And Graham is hit by the Lambert pitch. I did, but I was still waiting to hear if the umpire would allow him to go to first base.
He's wearing a pad on that right elbow. I'm not sure if that got inside and hit him on the inside part of his elbow.
2 runners on. Bodette on second now. He reached on a strikeout swinging. And Graham is there with a hit by pitch at first base. McComb now batting. He's the top of the order for the St. Joseph's team.
Players huddled up near the mound talking to Lambert. Figuring out how they want to play the final stages of this game. Hopefully, go Salve, Regina. The 2-run lead. 1 man out. 2 men on base.
McComb is at the plate, waiting to bat. He singled in his last at-bat. Previous at-bats, ground out to third, fielder's choice, and a fly out to center. Conti is not holding on Graham at first. Middle infielder Sleeper and Donahue will keep an eye on Bodette at second. Lambert deals to McComb. First pitch strike on the outside.
I feel like the Seahawks have had that outside corner all day. The St. Joe's fans in the crowd don't agree with where the strike zone may be being located today, but at least I feel like that's been a fairly consistent call where the strike zone's been.
I agree.
For both teams.
Infielders blowing on their hands to stay warm. Lambert gets ready to deliver to McComb. Swings out a pitch in the dirt for strike 2. Lambert quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Bodette will lead off second. Graham will lead off first. And Lambert will deliver an 0-2 pitch to McComb. To Donahue at short. Flips to Sleeper. Over to first base. Throw is too high for Conti. And Bodette comes across with the second run.
Now batting number 2, Bradley Biggers.
All right, fielder's choice for McComb. He reaches base safely.
Check him out a little bit.
Graham's off the base pass on the 6-4 play. Bodette came around to score.
Bend this side. Even one. Yeah, prove it. Let me see you run down the line a little bit.
You can't assume the double play, so no error on McComb reaching first, but there's going to be an error on the throw from Sleeper getting away from Conti that allowed Bodette to score from third.
Really a tough play. I mean, you're trying to end the game if you can on a single play. The throw just too high. Not sure why St. Joe's coach was yelling for McComb to stretch out.
When he crossed the bag, he was limping after he crossed the bag.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, when he was coming back to it, you could see a limp. First pitch in the dirt to Vigors, the center fielder. He bats with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning.
So Seahawks 2 strikes away, leading by 1 here in the top of the 9th. We're getting set ready to deliver on a 1-1.
Straight away to center fielder. Ryan Kelly back a few steps, gloves it with his hand on the glove on the left hand. Salve Regina has a 3-2 victory here over St. Joseph's.
Salve Regina Athletics.
1 hit in the game. The Monks had 7 hits. We will be back for a wrap-up after a short break. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island, where the Salve Virginia University Seahawk baseball team just completed a 3-2 victory over St. Joseph's of Maine. The Seahawks had 1 hit in the game, but were able to score 3 runs. All 3 runs came in the 4th inning. The Monks of St. Joseph's had 7 hits in the game. They scored 1 in the 4th and then 1 in the 9th, but came up short in a 3-2 victory for the Seahawks. Starting pitches figured in the decisions for both teams. Alex Valenti took the loss. He was perfect through the first 3 and then gave up 3 runs to the Seahawks in the 4th inning. Only the 1 hit, but several walks and a hit batsman and a wild pitch led to 3 runs for Salve, Regina. Valenti falls to 1-2 on the season. And Frank Lemieux from Marshfield, Massachusetts, picks up a win in his 3rd start of the season. He's now 1-2. Today's attendance was 100 people. Fans on both sides. Game lasted 2:46. It was a quick game, Andrew.
Yeah, and I think the difference, you looked at Salve, Regina, I talked about it before, have been playing consistently and are in a bit of a groove now. We talked about how St. Joe's 1,300 miles and 8 days ago they were in Florida. Now you have to come back, play your first game in the cold, a game on the road. And I think you saw the lack of maybe control out of their starting pitchers from Valenti, that 4th inning as a prime example. And even later on, they just didn't seem to be in command of their pitches as much, throwing a lot of balls, a lot of wild pitches, leading to Salve Regina really being able to come away with this 3-2 win.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the first time that I can remember where 1 hit has led to 3 runs for a team over a 9-inning game. So hitting was not the focal point for the Seahawks. We can tell you that Dan Donahue had that 1 hit, but let's focus on the pitching for the Seahawks. Getting the win was Frank Lemieux, the starter. He went 5 2/3. He gave up 5 hits. He gave up 1 run in the 4th inning. Walked 2, struck out 2. And then he was followed by lefty specialist Mike Sherman, who got the 1 batter out that he faced. Roulade, the designated hitter for St. Joseph's. Corey Popolowski came in and pitched well. He pitched an inning and a 1/3. He gave up 2 hits, walked 1 Monk, but he struck out 2. And Kevin Lambert.
Took in that really is where this game, I think, turned. Is Salve Regina had the bases loaded for St. Joe's. Lambert came in cool, calm, collected, and was able to get out of that jam there in the 8th inning.
Yeah, the little tapper back in front of him that he was able to chase in, glove it, and then take the ball out of his glove and flip it to DeSano for out number 2 in the inning. And then he got the final out in the inning on a fly ball to left fielder Sweener. Nicholas Delano came up with an injury while batting in the game, so the Seahawks had to move some defenders around. Anthony Conti came in to play first base, and Tyler Colby moved over from left field to right field, allowing Sweener to move from first base to left field. So defense played well. 1 error in the game, and that came in the final inning. Salve Regina almost had a double play turn to end the game, but the throw from Hunter Sleeper on Donahue's fielder's choice to him at second. Sleeper's throw to Conti was a little bit high. Certainly can't assume an error on the double play. So it was a fielder's choice on the batter, but the runner Tim Bodette comes home with the second run of the game for St. Joseph's. And that makes our final score 3-2 here.
Yeah, and I'm sure Delano's going to be okay. Actually, like you said, this is a game where, they talked before how you might see a good rotation of players. The pitchers ended up playing longer than we thought. I'm sure Delano just, Salve was already leading, maybe a little dinked up, get him out, move some players around. I'm sure he'll be okay and be back in the lineup next game for the Seahawks.
So the Seahawks have their 3rd win in a row. They swept a doubleheader from Curry on Saturday, 21-2 and 5-3, and a nice close game here today with St. Joseph's, where they win 3-2. My thanks to Andrew Pizzelli for joining me on the broadcast. We've appreciated you joining us for a 9-inning game out in the 43-degree temperatures. Salve Regina will be back in action on Tuesday, where they'll be at Rhode Island College, a 3:30 single 9-inning game. They'll be playing a 1-9 on Tuesday, so perhaps a day off on Monday for the Seahawks.
maybe.
In between, or maybe some practice.
I've also heard that there could be some snow next week.
What snow? I haven't heard of snow.
And I promise it's not my fault.
We won't blame you. Valenti, the starter for St. Joseph's, he went 4 1/3. He gave up all 3 runs to the Seahawks. They were all earned. A lot of it was his wildness. 5 walks. 4 of the walks came in that 4th inning where the Seahawks scored. He struck out 4 Seahawks, and he only allowed the 1 hit. But tough break for him that Salve's pitching overmatched the Monks batters. So our next broadcast will be a week, less than a week, 6 days away, when the Seahawks host Western New England College in a doubleheader, a Commonwealth Coast Conference doubleheader on Saturday, March 29. Seahawks have a road game at Rhode Island College on Tuesday, and then they're back home here at Reynolds Field on March 29. Thank you all for listening in, and then hopefully enjoying the broadcast, and we'll see you next week.